A fan asked LeBron, you 100% plan on playing with Bronny. Bronny's a junior at Sierra Canyon High School. The King made it clear that's the plan, God willing. Okay, guys, before LeBron were to go play somewhere else with his son, does he need to win another title in LA to justify going to the Lakers? You know what, Pat? I'm going to start with you here.
No. His resume speaks for itself. I mean, we can go very deep into it, but no, he does not. His resume is impeccable. Everyone needs to try to follow his lead and try to get over there and play with him.
With all due respect to my little bro, Pat Bev, I would say to you, I don't disagree with you, but it's not consistent with what you said yesterday. You questioned the legitimacy of his title in the bubble. That wasn't J.J. Redick. That wasn't me. That was you. That was LeBron that won that title in the bubble. Mm-hmm. You said the bubble didn't mean much.
I just feel like you didn't get your best. When you talk about a product, if you have a product and your product is in a hotel, and I just feel like you don't have the best product when you're in a bubble. Although it might be even on the guys who's there, but some guys like to do stuff different at the games, vice versa. So if you're not producing the best product and expecting to get the best product while you're in a bubble, I don't think it transitions very well.
Well, JJ, I'll hand it to you, but I'm just going to say this. I'm going to challenge Bev on this. Now, I understand that, Bev, and I understand that because last time I checked, though, that all comes with the level of professional discipline that you're supposed to show. I mean, you're going to be ready. JJ's going to be ready to the best of y'all abilities. Y'all are not going to let outside, distractions prevent you from being the professional that you're supposed to be and go out there and doing your job. So to me, if somebody allowed that to happen, that's on them. I give credit to cats that were in the bubble because those were incredibly strenuous conditions under which everybody had to live, and I think it's incredibly impressive that the Lakers found a way to win it, and I give LeBron so much credit for that. But I will say this to you. Is it possible, Bev? I'm going to get a little personal here. Because, we all heard that the Clippers, which you were a member of at the time, Clippers weren't really too keen on being in the bubble. Y'all didn't really want to be there. Y'all voted to be out of there. Is that in any way influencing your willingness to discredit participation in the bubble? Because since y'all didn't want to be there and a lot of other people didn't want to be there, you saying cats just wanted to get the hell out of there and get home. Is that a possible reason why you said what you said about the bubble championship?
No, I said that from the standpoint of having a best product out there.
Okay.
Some people can leave and go home and see their kids. Unfortunately, I'm in a situation I only see my kids for the summertime. The bubble was in the summertime. I don't get to see my kids. Now, I don't get to see my kids for a year. Is that the best Patrick Beverley production being put out there? I'm in a bubble. I can't see my kids. I don't see my kids. Haven't seen my kids for the whole year. The time I do get to spend with my kids, I have to be in a bubble. Is that the best product that we're putting out for the Clippers, Patrick Beverley to be successful? No.
Okay. Go ahead, JJ.
No, I'm glad Pat brought that up, and I think there were a number of players with circumstances, maybe not exactly similar to that, but that had very difficult decisions to make. I know a number of guys opted out because that was their time with their family, and they chose to do that. On the question about does LeBron need to win another one, I say no on that. So much to me about the choice to go there in 2018 was really about the celebration of his career, what he had done in Cleveland, going back there, getting a championship, taking them to 4 straight finals, and then having an opportunity to move on. And that first year, if you remember, Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, a bunch of young guys on that team, it was sort of a test year. Who's going to stick around? And ultimately, they cashed those young players in and a bunch of draft picks in for Anthony Davis. And that worked out. They won a championship. Goal accomplished of going to the Lakers and winning a championship and getting that 4th ring. They tried it again this year. They tried it again in sort of cashing their big wing players in, Kyle Kuzma, KCP. They didn't bring Caruso back. They brought Westbrook in. That didn't work out. But to me, he doesn't need to win another championship. And I want to touch, I brought this up with Pat yesterday, and I'm not being, controversial here at all, but I think you can go down the line in nearly every season and come up with a reason to give a team an asterisk next to the bubble. I mean, I just off the top of my head in the last 7 years came up with 4 different teams, and that's not even including the bubble championship. So it's very common to do this, but you do need, and a bunch of people have said this, you do need to win a championship, a little bit of luck, a lot of things to go right for you, and a lot of things to not go wrong for you.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.